Hello, everybody. Welcome once again. Newcastle placed a bid, a second bid for Benjamin Sesko, and I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed with Newcastle. I don't expect a club that called themselves a big club to be behaving like a beggar. Now I see Newcastle begging everybody in this transfer window. I'd rather have Nicholas Jackson at Newcastle. I'd rather have Oli Watkins than have Benjamin Sesko, a player that probably does not want me at my club. Now, in this transfer window, a lot of players have rejected Newcastle United. Even their own player, Alexander Isak, said he doesn't want to play for them anymore. And I think it's a big shame. I think it's a disgrace. But then again, I also think it has to do with the people who are negotiating on behalf of Newcastle. I don't like the way they have been carrying themselves in this transfer window. Yes, they have their eyes on the right players, they have their eyes on the right people, but the way they are going about it, I don't know, maybe it's the approach. The way they approach these players, the way they talk to their agents, the way they talk to the clubs, because the players don't want to come to Newcastle. Is it that there was a planned agenda against Newcastle before the transfer window started? Because how do you explain why a club, nobody wants to go to this club? Now, earlier in the other video I did, if you notice, I was praising Manchester United, a club that is 15th in the table, taking players from Newcastle. Remember, Newcastle was the first. They wanted to get Brian Mbeumo, but Manchester United got Brian Mbeumo instead. Manchester United was the one that got Brian Mbeumo. Newcastle's in the Champions League. Newcastle was fifth position in the Premier League last season. Newcastle won the Carabao Cup. Manchester United was 15th. Manchester United lost the Europa League final. Manchester United was a disaster last season. And Manchester United is still taking players away from Newcastle. That was Brian Mbeumo. Now, notice the way Manchester United carried themselves in this Benjamin Sesko deal. Manchester United has not placed a bid till now as we speak for Benjamin Sesko. Manchester United has said that Benjamin Sesko should say he wants Manchester United. When he says he wants Manchester United, then they will place a bid for Benjamin Sesko. And Manchester United is in dire need of a striker. But the way they carry themselves, I know some can say, yeah, the people running Manchester United are not serious. But I think they are. I think they know the name. I think they know the meaning of Manchester United. I think they know the worth of Manchester United. They know the value, the prestige of that club. You can't just be begging for players anyhow. Newcastle has basically been begging every player, every agent, every club in this transfer window, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Now look at what is happening now. This evening, David Ornstein, Fabrizio, Ben Jacobs, they all said, and Newcastle just placed a bid, a second bid for Benjamin Sesko, 80 million euros and 10 million add-ons. The first bid they placed was a few days ago of 75 million euros, or was it yesterday? 75 million euros and 5 million add-ons. That was about 80 million package. Now today we have a 90 million package, 80 plus 10. Now, I don't know the difference between Manchester United and a Saudi club, because I know, yeah, the Arabs bought Manchester United, but they're just behaving like a Saudi club. You can't be spraying money around like this. I think the Saudi Arabian club, it will probably spend wiser. They will not just be begging a striker to come to their club. Is Benjamin Sesko the only striker in the world? Is he the only person available in the world? Is he the only person you can get? It's very clear that Benjamin Sesko does not want to come to Newcastle. RB Leipzig does not have any issue with the first bid that Newcastle placed. They don't have any issue. It's just for the player to say he wants to come to Newcastle. Then, if they had an issue, then they will now say, no, you can do more. Please, I want to remind you guys of something. What happened maybe a week or two? What happened? He said any club, they had a gentleman agreement. RB Leipzig and Benjamin Sesko had a gentleman agreement. Any club that Benjamin Sesko see as special, they will let him go for a package between 70 to 80 million. They will let him go. He was supposed to be sold for 90 million when Arsenal wanted him. Arsenal was choosing between Benjamin Sesko and Victor Gyökeres. Now Arsenal went for Gyökeres, and RB Leipzig, out of desperation, transfer window is getting over. They brought their price down. They said it's a gentleman agreement. Now, does it mean that Benjamin Sesko does not consider Newcastle special? I think that if Manchester United has placed a bid, if Manchester United have placed a bid of maybe 60 million euros, Benjamin Sesko would have probably chosen Manchester United. Manchester United, a club without European football, competing for a for with another club with a player, ha, a club that is in the Champions League. That's the level of Manchester United. That's the level. Newcastle has no level. Newcastle has no self-respect. Can't Newcastle talk to somebody that wants to join Newcastle? Must they always be talking to people that don't know their worth? How you have a player that does not value you? Please, you're getting another Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak even needed you because at the time he came from Real Sociedad, he wasn't rated. It was Newcastle that he played for that he became a well-known household name. Who knows Alexander Isak before? Who knows him? How many people know him? How many people that watch football really say, "Oh, I love Alexander Isak" when he was playing at Real Sociedad? How many people cared for him? Newcastle gave him fame. Newcastle gave him an opportunity. Newcastle gave him the Premier League to show what he got. And now he's leaving. It's very normal for him to leave because everybody has to grow in life. Everybody has to get to the next level. But Newcastle, won't you grow in life? It's only your player that will grow in life. Won't you grow in life as a club? Won't you grow in life as an institution? You're increasing your bid for Benjamin Sesko when he has not even said he wanted you. I'm so disappointed with Newcastle. I was happy earlier on today when I saw the news that Newcastle gave Benjamin Sesko 48 hours to decide if he wants to join them or not. And now you're placing a bid. It's like saying yes and saying no at the same time. Do you have the power or you don't have the power? You have been kissing Alexander Isak. The way he's been misbehaving, Eddie Howe has been so nice. Eddie Howe has been so good. He has been so kind with words in the press conference. He never said anything bad about Alexander Isak. Talking to him like he's the favorite child in the room. So you're pampering players and players are taking you for granted. This can't happen to Chelsea. Look at the way Arsenal treated Victor Gyökeres, the best striker in the transfer market. Arsenal did as if they don't even want to buy him. Arsenal went to use money to buy Madueke instead of prioritizing their striker option. Arsenal was negotiating like they were in the supermarket, like they were in a thrift shop for Victor Gyökeres. They didn't put value to his name. When they negotiated, I was surprised. Arsenal was pricing it so low because Arsenal believed they are the main thing. They are the main thing. Victor Gyökeres fought for a spot at Arsenal. He fought Sporting Lisbon. He fought so many other parties. He reduced his salary. His agent had to reduce commission. He almost got fined. He took strike. He did everything he could to be an Arsenal player. He fought for that position. And Benjamin Sesko is just sitting down there in RB Leipzig, choosing not to come to Newcastle and increasing the bid when the player has not even given you a good ahead. He has never even said he wants to join you and increasing the bid. What's the difference between Newcastle and a beggar? That's the question. Guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Bye for now. I love you.